Today, we are testing your global knowledge with a twist because 97% of people fail this ultimate geography test. But don't worry, even if you guess wrong, you're going to walk away smarter because every single question comes with a mind-blowing fact. Grab a pen, keep track of your score, and let's see if you can beat the odds. What is the smallest independent country in the world? Is it A, Monaco, B, San Marino, C, Vatican City, or D, Liechtenstein? Lock in your guess. The correct answer is C, Vatican City. This place is so tiny it fits entirely inside the city of Rome. It covers just over 100 acres, which means you could literally walk across this entire country in about 20 minutes. Which African country has the most pyramids in the world? A, Egypt, B, Sudan, C, Libya, or D, Ethiopia? Think you know this one? The answer is B, Sudan. While Egypt gets all the Hollywood movie fame, Sudan actually has over 200 pyramids, which is nearly double the amount found in Egypt. They were built by the ancient kings of the Kush Empire. Istanbul, Turkey is the only major city located on which two continents? A, Africa and Europe, B, Europe and Asia, C, Asia and Africa, or D, Europe and North America? Got your answer? The correct choice is B, Europe and Asia. Istanbul is divided by a narrow strait, making it a literal bridge between two worlds. You can cross from Europe to Asia in just a few minutes by taking a ferry or driving over a bridge. Did that one catch you off guard? Let me know in the comments if you got it right. What is the capital city of Australia? Is it A, Sydney, B, Melbourne, C, Canberra, or D, Brisbane? Don't fall for the trap. The correct answer is C, Canberra. Sydney and Melbourne argued for years over which should be the capital. To settle the massive rivalry, the government compromise picked a brand new spot right in the middle, Canberra. Which country spans a mind-blowing 11 different time zones? A, Canada, B, China, C, Russia, or D, USA? Time is ticking. The answer is C, Russia. Russia is so incredibly wide that when people on one side are eating breakfast, people on the very other side are going to bed. If you took a train across the country, your watch would change 11 times. Which country has the world's highest uninterrupted waterfall? A, Brazil, B, Venezuela, C, Canada, or D, South Africa? Got your guess? The answer is B, Venezuela. Angel Falls plunges a staggering 3,212 feet down the side of a mountain. The drop is so incredibly high that much of the water turns into a fine mist before it even hits the ground. Which ocean is home to the famous Ring of Fire? A, Atlantic Ocean, B, Pacific Ocean, C, Indian Ocean, or D, Arctic Ocean? Think fast. The correct answer is B, Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is ringed by a massive 25,000-mile string of volcanoes and earthquake sites. In fact, roughly 90% of all the world's earthquakes happen right along this fiery edge. Hey, if you're loving these facts, hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss a chance to get smarter. What is the deepest place in the world's oceans? A, Java Trench, B, Puerto Rico Trench, C, Mariana Trench, or D, Sunda Trench? Dive deep for this one. The correct answer is C, Mariana Trench. The Mariana Trench plunges nearly 36,000 feet down into the Pacific Ocean. If you dropped Mount Everest into it, the mountain's peak would still be covered by over a mile of water. Which sea is so salty that people can easily float in it without trying? A, Caribbean Sea, B. Red Sea, C. Dead Sea, or D. Mediterranean Sea? Got your answer? The correct option is C. The Dead Sea. The Dead Sea is roughly 10 times saltier than the regular ocean, making the water so dense that sinking is practically impossible. Because of all that salt, no fish or plants can survive in it. Which country shares the longest land border with the USA? A. Mexico, B. Canada, C. Russia, or D. Cuba? Lock it in. The answer is B. Canada. The Canada-US border is the longest undefended border in the world, stretching over 5,500 miles. It even cuts right through the middle of several houses and local libraries. Which of these countries does not share a border with China? A. Vietnam, B. Laos, C. Thailand, or D. Myanmar? This one is tough. The correct answer is C. Thailand. China shares its land borders with a record-tying 14 different nations. While Thailand is very close geographically, it is actually separated from China by a thin strip of Myanmar and Laos. How is your score looking so far? Drop a comment below and tell me how many you've gotten right so far. What is the largest country by land area in South America? A. Argentina, B. Colombia, C. Peru, or D. Brazil? Got your choice? The correct answer is D. Brazil. Brazil is so massive that it takes up nearly half of the entire South American continent. It borders every single South American nation except for two, Ecuador and Chile. Which river flows through the heart of Paris, France? A. The Thames, B. The Danube, C. The Rhine, or D. The Seine? Got your answer? The correct choice is D. The Seine. The beautiful Seine River splits Paris into the famous left and right banks. It's so iconic that it even served as the open-air stage for the 2024 Olympic opening ceremony. What is the capital city of Iceland? A. Oslo, B. Helsinki, C. Reykjavik, or D. Nuuk? Think fast! The answer is C. Reykjavik. Reykjavik is the northernmost capital city of any sovereign state in the world. Its name translates to Smoky Bay, inspired by the steam rising from the area's natural geothermal hot springs. In which country can you stand in both the northern and southern hemispheres at once? A. Ecuador, B. India, C. Egypt, or D. South Africa? The clock is running. The answer is A. Ecuador. Ecuador is named after the equator line that runs straight through it. At a park called the Middle of the World, you can literally place one foot in the north and one in the south. Which continent is known as the cradle of humankind? A. Asia, B. South America, C. Africa, or D. Australia? Lock in your guess. The correct choice is C. Africa. Africa gets this nickname because it is where the oldest human fossils on Earth have been discovered. Scientists agree that all humans can trace their ancient ancestry back to this single continent. If you just learned something new, take a second to hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Which country owns Greenland, the world's largest island? A. Iceland, B. Canada, C. Norway, or D. Denmark? Don't let this trick you. The correct answer is D. Denmark. Even though Greenland is geographically part of North America, it has been politically linked to Europe for centuries. Today, it operates as an autonomous territory Under the Kingdom of Denmark. Which country has more islands than any other place on Earth? A. Canada, B. Greece, C. Sweden, or D. Indonesia? Got your final guess? The answer is C. Sweden. Sweden has an incredible 267,000 islands. Even though Indonesia and Greece are famous for islands, Sweden beats them by a landslide, though only about 1,000 of them are actually inhabited. What is the longest river in the world? A. Amazon River, B. Nile River, C. Yangtze River, or D. Mississippi River? Got your answer? The correct choice is B. The Nile River. The Nile stretches over 4,100 miles north through 11 different African countries. While the Amazon has more water volume, the Nile wins the crown for the ultimate length. Which Central American country is famous for its massive ship canal? A. Costa Rica, B. Panama, C. Nicaragua, or D. Honduras? Think fast. The answer is B. Panama. The Panama Canal cut a 50-mile shortcut straight through the American continent, saving ships an 8,000-mile journey around South America. It uses a system of water locks to lift ships up and over mountains. Make sure to subscribe so you can keep testing your brain every single week. What is the tallest mountain in the world from base to peak? A. Mount Everest, B. K2, C. Mauna Kea, or D. Mount Kilimanjaro? The correct option is C. Mauna Kea. While Everest is the highest above sea level, Hawaii's Mauna Kea is the true tallest. Most of it is hidden underwater. If you measure it from its ocean floor base, it's over 33,500 feet tall. Which city is famous for its intricate canal system and gondolas? A. Amsterdam, B. Venice, C. Bruges, or D. St. Petersburg? The answer is B. Venice. Venice is built on a cluster of 118 small islands, separated by canals and linked by over 400 bridges. There are absolutely no cars allowed in the historic center, only boats and walking. In which country would you find the ancient ruins of Machu Picchu? A. Mexico, B. Peru, C. Brazil, or D. Colombia? Got your guess? The correct choice is B. Peru. Machu Picchu is a stunning Incan citadel, perched high up in the Andes Mountains. It was built in the 1400s, but remained completely hidden from the outside world until 1911. What is the only country in the world that occupies an entire continent? A. India, B. Greenland, C. Australia, or D. Madagascar? Lock it in. The answer is C. Australia. Australia is the ultimate geography triple threat. It's a country, an island, and a continent all at the same time. Because it's isolated by oceans, over 80% of its wildlife is found nowhere else on Earth. We are approaching the final stretch. Drop your current score in the comments right now to see how you stack up against everyone else. Which country has the most natural lakes in the world? A. Russia, B. Brazil, C. USA, or D. Canada? The answer is D. Canada. Canada contains over 60% of all the lakes on Earth. There are so many that over 9% of the entire country's surface is covered by fresh water. What is the largest hot desert in the world? A. Gobi Desert, B. Sahara Desert, C. Kalahari Desert, or D. Arabian Desert? Think fast! The correct choice is B. Sahara Desert. The Sahara is roughly the same size as the entire United States. Believe it or not, every few thousand years, its climate shifts and it completely transforms into a lush green forest. Which country is entirely surrounded by South Africa? A. Lesotho, B. Swaziland, C. Botswana, or D. Namibia? Got your answer. The correct option is A. Lesotho. Lesotho is a rare enclave country, meaning it's completely landlocked by just one neighbor. It's also unique for being the only independent state in the world that sits entirely above 4,500 feet in elevation. What is the coldest, windiest, and driest continent on Earth? A. Antarctica, B. Europe, C. Asia, or D. North America? The clock is ticking! The answer is A. Antarctica. Antarctica is technically a desert because it receives almost no rain or snow. It holds 70% of the world's fresh water, but it's all frozen in an ice sheet that can be up to 3 miles thick. Which of these iconic landmarks is located in Egypt? A. The Taj Mahal, B. Petra, C. The Great Sphinx, or D. The Colosseum? Almost done. The correct answer is C. The Great Sphinx. Carved out of a single massive ridge of limestone, the Sphinx has the body of a lion and the head of a pharaoh. It's one of the oldest and largest monolithic statues on the planet. In which country would you find the breathtaking fjords? A. Norway, B. Spain, C. Italy, or D. Greece? Last chance to score. The correct answer is A. Norway. Fjords are narrow, deep inlets of water carved out by melting glaciers thousands of years ago. Norway's dramatic coastline is famous for these steep, towering cliffs that plunge directly into the sea. How many did you get right? Let us know your final score in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Learn As You Quiz to get smarter every single day. See you in the next one.